the supplementary reports. I'll move the resolution to include the supplementary reports to the meeting, which is item 26, the future use of the site for formerly occupied by Edgware Pool. Pauline will move that and Yanni will second it. Put that. Those in favour please say aye. Those opposed carried. I've got no petitions. And is there anybody here, and I just need to check, for the Vox Pop session? That's just before we get to the deputation. I know you guys are here for that. Nobody here for just, I want to come and tell you this? No? Okay, the deputation's by appointment. I would love to welcome you guys to come and sit up here. Paul? Right. You know the rules, guys. Welcome. It's lovely to see you. It's lovely to see you still here. So you know you've got 10 minutes, and that includes any questions.
Thanks very much. I'm Paul Somerville, the Vice Chair of the St Albans Pavilion and Pool.
Sorry, Paul, you're very welcome to have whoever else wants to come up.
No,
sorry, I didn't mean to in any way send you home.
I might need to ask him a question.
And if somebody else wants to, very welcome as well.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Great. I'm Paul Somerville, the Vice Chair of the Pavilion and Pool Group. Our chairperson, Craig Dixon, is away overseas at present and can't be here this morning, unfortunately. For the past 10 years, the Pool Group and the Swim Club have worked very closely together to achieve a vision to replace the outdoor pool at Edgware. In February 85 years ago, the Swim Club and a group of St Albans residents met the council, and I think it was on a February day, Thursday in February, 85 years ago, met the council to share their vision of a community pool on council land at 43A Edgware Road. Pardon me. The outcome was that the council gifted the land to the community for the purpose of a swimming pool. The community then raised the funds and built the pool. And this was all achieved during the years of the Great Depression. Over the next 70 years, the pool was successfully run by the St Albans Swim Club and with the help of a lot of community volunteers. There are a number of groups and organisations in the community, and some of the representatives are here today, thanks for coming, who share our vision of a new pool at Edgware. Firstly, the St Albans Swim Club and its team of volunteers is very active. Since the demolition of the Edgware pool, the club relocated to Shirley Intermediate School, and for the past 8 years they've continued to provide learn to swim classes for over 60 children each season. Another group supporting us is the Edgware Business Group. They're very supportive and they see a new pool as an asset to the community and obviously to business. The St Albans School also supports the vision. In the past 5 years, their role has increased to 600 children, and it's climbing. Their current building program that they're going through right now doesn't include a new pool. The principal of the school has indicated that their pool is only suitable for juniors. And we have a memorandum of understanding with the school that the senior school will use the Edgware pool probably on a daily basis. Another group giving us a lot of support is the St Albans Residents Association, and the community as a whole also share the vision. This was shown in the results of a council working party, which indicated that 99% of respondents supported a community pool on the same site in Edgware. A new community pool has been given top priority also in the St Albans Community Strategy. This was a 20-point plan to revitalise Greater St Albans over the next decade. We're here today just to ask that the land at 43A Edgware Road is again made available to the community so that the community can again raise the funds to build a new outdoor community pool for St Albans. We would like to add another chapter to the history of the St Albans pool. Thanks very much.
Are there any questions? We don't normally allow clapping, but it was well worth it. Pauline.
It's more of perhaps to broaden on something that Paul has said, and holding up the book there. Can you hold it up again? So that's a work from Valerie, is that right? I just think you glazed over it fairly quickly. I mean, that's an amazing piece of work, 75 years of the history of what was the pool, and the fact that before the building was, the pool was demolished, I think some people went in and found all the amazing minute books that the meetings had kept, these minutes beautifully handwritten, and every detail recorded, even to the flavour of the scones that were brought along to the meetings. But it was a very valuable document, and I'd just like to congratulate Valerie for actually taking the immense amount of time and the trawling through the library records as well to verify all the facts that you've done there and to put that document together. It's amazing work. That wasn't a question. It was And also, I just would like to ask, are you tired after 10 years of this matter?
It's been ongoing. And like the council, we would like to see a conclusion.
Cool. Well, shall we, if there aren't any questions, shall we just go straight on to item 26 so you don't have to sit through the entire council meeting? Waited for 10 years for this.
Sorry, we can't hear.
Oh, sorry. Shall we just do item 26 first, which is your item, rather than make you sit through the entire council meeting?
Thanks very much.
Sounds excellent.
We would appreciate that.
Okay. Thank you, guys. You can go and sit in the
Thanks
rest of the, enjoy it now. Thank you very much indeed for everything, actually, just for hanging in there as well. Item 26. Pauline, do you want to introduce this? Do we need to start? Right.
We may not.
I don't think we will need them. Pauline, do you want to introduce it?
Yes. Or does it have to be moved by...
Oh,
Caroline
Pauline, would you
first?
like to move it?
Does it?
Oh, is this one where
Oh,
move
I
it?
think you
Sorry.
need to move it.
Quite right, yes,
Yeah.
I have to move it. As it's rescinding a previous resolution.
Yeah. So if you move it, who seconds?
Pauline, can Pauline do it?
Is it just a normal, what's the
Or?
process
Maybe
here?
Peter Gudsall should.
I propose it.
It's a recommendation. You don't have to propose it.
The CEO
Right,
has to make
okay,
a
so
recommendation.
the
that
councillors
councillor
can move it.
proposes.
So
That's
Pauline,
right.
you can move it according to Ian,
Okay.
am I right?
Because
Yep.
it's rescinding the
And Tim will
recommendation
second.
of CEO.
Okay, but you wanted to amend it slightly, Pauline?
Yeah, I'd like to suggest an amendment too, and the fact that personally, I don't think that 5 years is a realistic timeframe for a project like this. Although the group have gone a considerable distance towards the resource consent, they're just waiting for the hearing now, so they've funded the whole process up till now, and they held off until they could have some surety over the land. But then will come the tough part of getting the project underway and the funding. So I personally would think a 10-year time frame would be more realistic.
I'll support
And Tim's happy to second that.
Can I also add, just if you're happy, that we've talked about case managers being brought in with special projects to assist those groups, etc. So I'd really like, with your permission, Pauline, to add that in, that the council supply a case manager to assist through the consents, etc. If that's, I mean, these guys have been waiting. It should never have happened, but you know, we're here now. Let's make it as positive as possible. If
Well, I think there's a lot of ways that council could support this without chucking in money. So I fully support that, Tim.
Okay. Is there any problem with that, Caroline?
No, so the case managers are often for large or multiple
I
areas,
realise
but
that.
given that this has been a complex process, I think it's
Thank
highly
you.
appropriate.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so it's open for debate, and the amendment that's moved is that the 5 years and 3 be replaced with 10 years.
Just by
That just
way of
be-
a process comment on that, what we've done is changed the 5 years in the original resolution to 10. What we need to do is change the 10 back to 5, and then where it's got by replacing the value with $1, we then need to have by replacing the time with 10
Good that
years.
you're there, because you're way ahead of the lawyer.
Most people are.
Right.
Is that fair comment, Ian?
I didn't quite pick up the... What's
So
the motion?
we're actually, we're just, by replacing the value with $1 and adjusting the time frame to 10 years is what we're actually doing.
Yeah,
Yep,
okay.
good, okay. So that's what Pauline is moving and Tim is seconding. Any further discussion? Glenn? Yanni.
Thank you. Just to say, I fully support this. I think many of us are aware of the colourful history of this pool in the city, and those colours not always bright, but this is a chance to make a new start. And I think it might, for the St Albans community in particular, offer a bit of reconciliation and healing, hopefully, over what's happened in the past. So all power to them, and I hope we'll give it a good vote today and get it underway.
Cool. Yanni?
I strongly support taking this course of action. I think when you just reflect on the lack of aquatic facilities within the central city, and this is actually quite close to the central city, and also the fact that there's a real need for people to be able to develop their own communities, particularly in areas where you're seeing huge intensification of housing. So I have no doubt that a facility at this location will be well used, given its proud tradition and history, but also given its future prospects in terms of the increased housing that we'll see both in the central city and in the wider St Albans area. So I think this is the right thing to do. I do want to acknowledge the community and the struggle and the stress that they've been put through, and just to say thank you to them for endeavouring to keep going with this project. And I think this is a really positive way in which council can offer our support.
Cool. Tim?
I've been involved with community pools since my children, and the difference between Graham Condon Centre, which is a pool, and you see in the report that the council had a pool plan, they're missing the emotion of what a community pool really is. Your kids meet other kids, you share fish and chips with other families. That's what a true community is, and you bump into them at supermarkets, you see the other kids on the street, you know who they are. And to have this back after this long time, I'm just so pleased that we've got to this stage. And I want to assure you this council is totally understanding of what a community pool truly is. So thank you for your steadfast pursuit in this. And I was informed that last time you came here, the council provided security for you. So sorry we didn't do it this time, but maybe, you never know. Okay, but thank you so much for the work you've done. Cheers.
Okay, Andrew.
I've got clip instead of throwing out, it's great.
Yeah, I'm totally supportive of this today. I mean, certainly just echoing what Tim has said, a community pool is far more than just a place to go and swim. It's somewhere to relax, it's somewhere for recreation and fitness, but it's a community bumping space, and it actually becomes part of what brings and keeps a community together. And I think what we're doing today is giving an opportunity for a good ending to what has been a very long story with some less than perfect chapters in it. So I'm hoping the decision we make today is an opportunity for a really good ending to this story. And one thing I don't doubt is that there'll be a really strong sense of community ownership of this facility once it's been completed. And I'd just like to commend the community group and the people that have been involved with this for very many years, not only for being part of the ability for us to pass this proposal today, but just for their commitment and determination to this project. And I look forward to coming to the opening.
No pressure there, guys. Paul?
The only thing I want to add, apart from endorsing what everybody's just said, is the fact that I'm really pleased to see it's a 10-year time frame, because a fully resourced council takes at least 5 years to actually get a pool ground. So here's a challenge for you guys to perhaps even show us up on actually how it can be done a lot faster.
Pauline, I'm going to let you close the debate.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, it's a great day actually, and it's a very emotional one. And look, Ali's been held up. She's flying back from Auckland. She really, really wanted to be here for this. She's very supportive as well and has been from the start. So it's not to be, Ali, but she's here in spirit. I'd also like to thank the community board, the Shirley Papanui Community Board, who've been very supportive. After the earthquakes in 2011, the boards began community conversations to strengthen the community, to find out, of course, there's so much damage, especially around St Albans and other parts of our ward. What people wanted, what would help them get through this crisis, and what will actually support us all in the future. And out of our document, there was massive support for the pool to come back again, because that was a heart of Edgware. So the community board has been incredibly supportive as well. I have to mention Mr. Coffey, who has departed from us now, and he was passionate about pools. He supported the group with a little bit of funding in the early days. Not always easy to work with, but a real character and really, really passionate about swimming. And he told us repeatedly how many swimming pools, outdoor pools there were in Christchurch when he was a young lad, and how important they are to communities. And I agree with what Tim's saying. I like to think about the Edgware pool as it was a park with a pool in it, so a different experience to the council pools. The council pools are more for training, education, etc. You go there, have a swim, and then you come away. But an outdoor pool can be a community hub where you can spend the whole day there and wander down to the shops and spend a bit of money in the community as well. And the other thing I'd like to say is, once again, thanking Valerie and Paul for holding that swim club together. When they lost their pool, they didn't give up. They went and found another one. They supported Shirley Intermediate to get their pool fixed, which took a couple of years after the earthquakes. They're running an incredibly successful program, not just teaching children, but involving the parents who come along and put in some volunteer time. They have barbecues down there, and they're also teaching coaching, and lifeguard skills. So this is an incredibly, incredibly important program that these two people and their members, and Kevin as well as the president there, have been holding on to this club for years. And I think it's remarkable what they've done. The tenacity, the vision that they have is to be incredibly commended for 10 years of this battle. And today is an incredibly important day for the St Albans community. As Glenn said, it is a form of an apology perhaps and a new beginning. And I just can't say enough about the work that's going on here, and look forward to, well, it's the next battle, I suppose. We won't look at it as a battle, we'll look at it as an opportunity. And I hope that the council here can walk alongside you, which is our new kaupapa. We'll walk alongside and support where we can. Thank you.
Awesome. So I'll put that motion. Those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That was carried unanimously. So you can go and enjoy